When we get to the hotel, we're going to make him repeat black women are superior. We're going to I'm going to make him get his knees. I'm just on the chair, it's just looking a bit mad because he's topless on his knees, holding my feet.
He was living in his mom's house. He even had bunk bed. It's C&T, baby. What is good, guys? This is Cocktails and Takeaways. It's your girl, Madam Joyce, in the bizzle, back again. Tell a friend, it's been another week. Long time no speak. It's actually been 3 weeks. I'm sorry, guys. Don't be cross. You know what? Yeah, people have been DMing me like, Joyce, when is the episode coming out? When is the episode? I've actually been away. I've been traveling. I have been to Korea. I've been to Malta. I've been to Portugal, and I've been to Saint-Tropez. That's why I've got this lovely tan. Can I just say, all the dark skin girlies, stand the buckler up. Do you know what? Yeah, I actually might start using tanning beds or something because I feel like I really love myself like chocolate. Like obviously, naturally, like I'm already dark skinned, but this chocolate, I look like somebody could lick. I look like somebody could lick me and I taste like hazelnut. Like I'm loving it. I think I want to do like tanning beds or start doing something because I really like myself this dark. Like I'm feeling it. Obviously, before we begin and introduce our guests, I just want to say, guys, from the bottom of my heart, I love you, you know. I love you a lot. I want to lips all of you. You know, can I just say something? Side note. You know when people are talking about body count, yeah? Obviously, when people are like, oh yeah, you know, your body count is this, yeah. If a guy came up to me and he's like, what's your lip sync count? I'm finished. If there was a lip sync count, if there was a thing about a lip sync count, like, oh, what's your lip sync count? I'm done because I love to lips. I like to kiss. I thought about this the other day. I'm like, okay, yeah, body count, I can still be like, you know, I can still, you know, lip sync. Sometimes I just be lip sync, you know. Sometimes I really just be lip sync. I'm not sure where this conversation came from, but anyways, I want to lips all of you. That's what I want to say. I want to lips all of you because, guys, we've been doing this for a while. Emmanuel, we've been doing this for a while. Tia, you just came, but it's okay. Latif, you just came as well, but it's okay. And guys, I am happy to announce that we have hit 200,000 subscribers! Hey. Big up us. They not like us. Charlie, come. Check this. They not like us. 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 Is Charlie scared?
Charlie, sorry, I'm gone.
He ran away. Sorry. Do you know what's so mad?
I knew that would happen. I told you.
Do you know what?
Charlie, sorry, yeah?
Charlie, come, please.
Charlie, sorry, yeah?
You know what's so mad?
We have to give him meat or something.
We had a debrief, yeah. We were like, is Charlie going to be scared about this banging? We were like, yeah, him. Just let's do it and we'll deal with the consequences.
Charlie, sorry, yeah?
Charlie, come.
Charlie, sorry, yeah?
Charlie, come.
Charlie, sorry, yeah? Oh, that really spooked him.
It's okay, yeah, man, be strong. You're a man, be strong. No fear.
As a Nigerian man.
Listen, if something is happening to me, is that how you run away? is that how you run away?
This was a test.
Like a punk. No punk. Like a punk. You better learn how to fight. Guys, I want to say thank you so much for 200,000 subscribers. I love you guys to my core. Thank you to my team. Thank you to SNG. Thank you to my family. Thank you to Jesus, Jehovah Jireh, my provider. Amen. And thank you to you guys, the bad boys and girls, the hoochie mamas and the hoochie daddies. Stand the 200,000. Thank you, brothers. And obviously to celebrate, I think I'm going to have a party. By the way, guys, my team didn't know about this, but I've actually been planning a party, guys. Yeah, for the bad boys and girls, for the hoochie mamas and the hoochie daddies, London, I'm having a celebration. I feel like we're not doing a live show this year because I can't bother. Soz. But I do want to do something where I could party with the bad boys and girls. I feel like New York made me think, no, mate, I actually love hanging out with you guys. So I feel like I want to do something. But yeah, stay tuned. By the way, I know it's payday weekend. Just hold £50 to the side. Hold something to the side for when the tickets drop. Don't spend all your money. Just hold something. Because when the announcement drops, I don't want to hear any story from y'all. But with that being said, Charlie, are we going to announce our guest? Should we announce our guest? You know, guys, look how big Charlie's getting. The last time Charlie came on this show, he was on my lap. He's tiny. Now he's a thick. See his willy. Oh, now he's thick. he's got a willy now. He's got a willy now. You know, he's like, not you showing my on the camera. Guys, I'm happy to announce our guest today. She is an established author, podcaster, and public speaker. For years, she has been empowering women to show up and be their best, most unapologetic selves, no matter what society says. Guys, I'm honored to have on the couch today. It is the Slumflower! Yeah. How are you, sister?
I'm so happy to be here.
I'm so happy that you're here. I'm excited. You know what? When I was talking to my team, I was like, I really just want to have a girly chin wag today.
We're going to wag those chins.
We're going to wag those chins,
as
baby.
Two Nigerian baddies in the building.
Period. And honestly, can I just say thank you? First of all, I always love when people come with me with gifts. And I'm so excited. This book, What a Time to Be Alone. Thank you so much. Obviously, we have an author queen. Can I just say, I just love how the colors is different in the pages. It's not just a stupid white book. It's got a nice, for someone that has ADHD like me, I need colors. I need something that's like, oh, shiny. But yeah, this is good. How are you? Talk to me. How have you been?
Oh, I am so good. I'm really happy to be on the podcast.
Thank you,
I've
queen.
been looking forward to us merging forces.
Right?
Bring the fire, bring the problems,
Bring the
fire, chaos.
Bring the chaos. We love a bit of chaos in this
period.
crib, definitely.
And obviously, like, we both have been killing it, right?
Talk your You've been killing it.
4 years. Like, being on Next.
Right? Honestly, like, I remember you started on Twitter. For me, I saw you on Twitter first. And I feel like you were one of the first girlies from the UK to just come and be chaotic and just cause chaos.
Yes.
And I was just so here for it. I was a bystander and observer, but I was there like, yes, bitch, like. I can't retweet because I'm shy, but like.
No, I appreciate that.
You've been doing your thing.
Those days were different to now, where what's interesting is nowadays I get a few people who, you know, they used to be, I wouldn't even call them ops, that's a stretch, but they used to be in opposition.
Big fat haters, yeah.
Big fat haters.
Yeah.
They were hating, and, you know, some people have been kind and humble enough to approach me and say, you know what, back in the day, I didn't really understand you. I think you're ahead of your time, and now I've come around. And I'm like, period.
Ahead of your time is definitely the word. Because I feel like now we're in the stage of like sexual liberation, women understanding themselves and understanding what they deserve. And I feel like you were doing that time ago. You were doing that since way back when. And even the whole Saggy Boobs Matter movement, it was so foreign because it's like, why is this girl coming to drop her breast on the internet? Type
and funny enough, I had a lot of Nigerian men who were the ones being the most horrible to me. You know, they were calling me long breast lady. You know, they were saying everything they could to try.
But look at your mommy's boobies.
Do you get?
And but that's the thing. Look at your mommy's boobies. Look at your sister's boobies.
Your mother benefits from Saggy Boobs Matter because your mother really, like, not even being silly anymore now. Like, the men who are saying horrible things about black women's bodies, they have mothers who would also benefit from a body positivity movement.
Agreed.
So it's quite fascinating to see that cognitive dissonance.
It's very interesting because sometimes I see the way men on the internet sometimes speak about women, but the women who surround them are representative to what they say that they don't like.
Which is so fascinating.
It's very fascinating because everything you say you don't like, that's what your sister looks like.
Oh.
That's what your aunties look like.
And let's see what your exes look like.
Your baby mom.
Sorry to that lady, but
the mother of your child is representative of the women
that you
say that you despise.
Yeah.
And there's something wrong with how they look and their appearance. I remember one girl on the internet. She tried to say, she posted a picture of herself and a guy was like, oh, like, look at your belly, like trying to cuss her. And then she said, I'm giving you 30 seconds to delete this tweet or I'm posting your fiance.
Ooh. So what happened then? Was that tweet still up?
He deleted it with speed. Because your fiance is
carrying belly as well.
Carrying belly.
Nothing wrong with belly, mind you.
There's nothing wrong. But that's the thing. You are going to one woman talking about her belly. But the woman that you knelt for, that you are lifting her stomach so you can eat her puss.
Not
You're
lifting
lifting
his
her
stomach.
stomach so you can eat her puss. And it's you that you're going on the internet to say somebody's belly's big. Crazy to me.
It really is. And also, I think it's so fascinating that men of all people think they're the ones who get to dictate the beauty standards when nobody comes to them and says, you see this, your beard, why is it not filled in? Or this your hairline, what are we going to do about it? You know? Or this your balls, it's looking saggy. What are we going to do about this matter?
Right.
Nobody comes to come and press them about that.
It's true. You're so right. You're so right. So how I see that you're also doing burlesque dancing as well.
Yeah.
Where did that come about? Why did you? When did that journey happen? Because I remember, obviously, we have Otta. There's a lot of we have Otta. We have podcaster. On top of that, we're adding burlesque dancing. I've seen your boobs too many times on the internet. I swear to God, how did that start?
So for me with burlesque, right? I'll put it plainly. I think with being an author, once you achieve too much, you now need something new to challenge yourself at.
Nice.
And for me, when it comes to personal development, growth, and developing a perspective that will keep me humble, I wanted to go into burlesque because it's something that is completely new to me. And also, I'm a whore. So I needed something where when I take off my clothes, people will clap. Mm-hmm. I like I like the applause. Because, you know, when you sleep with a guy, he's not going to be like, woo! Like, you know, he's going to get a hard on at most, but you're not going to get the whole, like, you know, lights, camera, action, applause.
Like the adoration.
The adoration. People come up to you being like, oh, I loved watching you perform.
Goddess energy.
Goddess, yes. Yeah. Which funny you say that. My performer name is actually Goddess Gina.
Oh,
because
lovely.
Georgina is my middle name.
Amazing.
And why I felt drawn to burlesque. So for those who don't know, burlesque essentially is a very glamorous, artistic, performative expression of sexuality mixed with some elements of tongue-in-cheek comedy, if you want to throw that in there. So some of the people who might come to mind when you think of burlesque in the more popularized sense is Dita Von Teese.
Oh, yes.
So she's a white lady who I believe popularized burlesque in our modern generation. And in terms of like Black women burlesque performers, we've got Josephine Baker.
Oh, yes.
And now in the modern era, we're sort of losing out. We're losing that Black burlesque presence.
Yeah.
So I want to be one of the Black British burlesque showgirls that brings burlesque to the forefront in a way that is striking, unforgettable. And so I'm carrying breast and I'm carrying yash. And I know that I have things to shake, and I love being on stage. I love being able to switch into another version of myself. And also, whilst Goddess Gina is my burlesque performer name, it's actually also my dominatrix name as well.
Oh my God, you're Dom.
I'm a Dom.
No. Tia, why did you not bring your slave?
So this is what I was gonna. So, well, you know, at the moment, I don't have a sub. I'm in a very early stage of my dominatrix. I won't call it career, but my lifestyle as a dominatrix. I'm still in the early stage, and for me, it takes a lot for a man to be worthy to be my slave. Period. And for those who might not understand, when we're using the word slave in dominatrix context, it just means a man who is a submissive that is. Essentially, he's there for your service and you have ownership over him, not him as a human being and his life, but just in the context of him as a slave. He can't serve anyone else. And so for me, that's an honor to give to a man. And I've not yet come across somebody that I've developed.
That's worthy.
That's worthy.
I want to...
But you would suit being a dominant. You see, your name is Madame Joyce. In the kink world, a madame is a woman that is like...
I could so
it's like,
do it.
It's above mistress. Like it's
big mommy.
It's big mommy.
I would. Oh my God.
So
I want to have.
If you're ever curious about it, girl, I'll bring you in.
I want to have
go to the
moment.
events. Use the men as a footrest.
I'm not gonna lie.
Kiss your shoes.
Is there actually events for this?
Yeah, girl. There's one on 29th of July. We'll go. If you're around, you might not even be in the country. You that's always flying around.
29th of July.
Think.
I'm in the country.
Okay.
I'm actually coming back on the 20th.
Okay, brilliant.
I'll be here.
We'll go.
But I've always kind of wanted to have a little dominatrix moment. Like, first of all, I love leather.
Oh, it will suit you.
I feel like leather is just so sexy.
Oh, it is.
Leather is just like,
yeah.
That's the first thing. The second thing is I had a little sub moment. I think I told this story where somebody DM'd me and was like, I should voice note him like stuff, he'll pay me. And I think he paid me like 200 quid. Cash
actually
out to
paid
me.
you?
Yeah.
What
and
did
I
you say
just,
to him?
do you know what? Not gonna lie, I didn't even voice note him. I was even texting him. I was like, your mom's the you know.
And he gave you money?
He was giving me money.
Wow.
Like I want to have a moment. I feel like so what's the kinkiest thing you've done? Like what's the maddest thing?
That's a good question.
What's the maddest thing for dominate?
Okay.
Because I don't want to be weeing on anyone's head.
You don't have to wee. And if anybody wants you to wee, you can set a very high fee and make them feel like they have to work to that level that they're never going to get to. So you don't necessarily have to say to them, I'm never going to wee on you. But you could be like, well, maybe if you're good enough one day, I'll just give you a little trickle. That they'll never get the trickle.
I can't believe that some guys, I can't believe there are men. It's interesting. I don't like to kink shame. But I find it fascinating that there are guys that the thought of me weeing on their head is like their dream come true.
Oh, I have a friend who's a dominatrix and her bread and butter is farting. She has men who, a black woman, she looks not that different to us, yeah? She has subs who pay her and she's lactose intolerant. So what she does is she eats things that will trigger her tummy so that the fart will have that, because the lactose fart is a different kind of stench.
It's like wet.
Yes, and then they like the sound as well. So when the fart sounds a little bit wet and they get off on that. And then the smell is very potent because it's lactose intolerance kind of smell. So she gets paid to like fart around guys.
How much are we talking here?
This is the thing. So her fees differ. Every woman, your fee differs, right? For some women, like even for foot worship, for 1 hour, you can charge £250 and you're not taking off your clothes. They're just kissing your shoes, kissing your feet. I'm sure for her, because she's been doing it for a while, she's probably charging £500 for 1 hour.
Just so fat.
And when it's a 1 hour session, you kind of curate the session. So maybe the first 10 minutes could be a little bit of humiliation. Maybe the next 20 minutes can be, tell me why I'm your goddess. Tell me why I'm better than you. You kind of got to create a little lineup.
Like a segment.
A little set,
a little set, like a performance.
And then the actual highlight is the farting. So maybe 30 minutes of actual fart experience.
How long can you be fatted? 30 minutes of fatted?
So me, I'm not there yet. But to answer your question, you asked me of like, what's the most kinkiest, the wildest thing I've done? I would say there was one time I went to a kink event with two of my friends who they were very curious, like you, about being a dominatrix. I took them along with me. And when we got to the event, it was a bit quiet. There wasn't that many subs there. But then one particular white sub, it was 3 black women, mind you. One particular white sub, he came up to us and he was like, hello, goddess, please can I have a session? And so what he meant by session is he wanted 3 of us to like have some sort of session with him, but he wanted us to gang up on him. So I sent him away and then we began our 3-way discussion of what we're going to do with him and how we're going to charge him. So we decided, okay, we're going to charge him like £250 for 1 hour. So £250 each will be paid by him for 1 hour of us ganging up on him and humiliating him as black women.
Just slapping him.
Just being like, you idiot, look at you. And he agreed. So we went to his hotel that wasn't far. And the only reason why we felt comfortable going to the hotel is because it's 3 of us.
Yeah, and we will slap you.
So we put up to the hotel. But before we got to the hotel, because I was the only one that was the experienced dom, we were passing. So I think I had my phone and I opened Notes app because obviously we don't want to plan the session when he's in the car with us. That's breaking the fantasy, innit?
Yeah.
So I opened my Notes app and then I passed my phone around. I was like, guys, here's what we're gonna do when we get to the hotel. We're gonna make him repeat black women are superior. We're gonna make him get his knees and raise his hands. Yeah, don't worry about it, guys. I got you. Then we get to the hotel and then it all unfolds just as I said. We make him repeat, black women are superior. And he's like, black women are superior. Louder! Black women are superior. and then I'm there pointing, laughing at him. Look at his stupid back. Look at his stupid head. And then the other person's just walking around him and just doing this, poking at his head. You said you wanted humiliation. We'll give you humiliation. And then
idiot!
Exactly. That's why I'm like, you'd be good at it.
And me, you're stupid boy.
And me, when I'm dominating men, I like to put on this sort of like anti-funke kind of character because when it's white men, they don't even know that it's a fake accent. I'm like, look at idiots. Don't look at me. Look down.
So it's not even, it's on the African auntie thing.
Because it has to be fun, right? Like I find it funny when I'm scolding them because I take inspiration from the punishments I got as a kid. So all that kneel down and face the wall, raise your hand. I'll be doing that to them. And then if I see them look around, if I see your hand go down again, I'll kick your head. You got to really bring the wickedness that you... making them kneel on rice.
You kneel on rice. If you don't shut your mouth, shut your stupid...
Even the way you're holding the iPad like that.
Shut your mouth, I would throw this iPad at your face. Are you crazy?
You see that?
And then they're just there like...
Then like, yes, I'm sorry. Sorry who? Sorry, mistress. Sorry, goddess.
Now I want them to, sorry, mommy.
Oh, all right. But yeah, I think for me, what I get off on in terms of dominating men is just I just really enjoy the power.
I'm in tears. So do you dominate predominantly white men, or do black men like?
Do you know what's interesting, right? It's mainly white men, but sometimes I get black men. But what I've noticed in the kink space is that a lot of the black men, they like being dominated by white women, which I find a little side eye.
It's very side eye.
It's
Not
like
a little, it's very side eye.
When you go to the event, you will see when I take you, they'll walk past all the black women. I go to white women, I'm looking at you, like, idiots, look at you.
Look at you motherfucker.
You're going back. Can you not see you're going back?
You Uncle Tom.
You're going backwards.
You Uncle Tom.
You've gone out of your way to even pay her to look at, are you okay?
Huh.
Because it's different with black women and white men, because remember, black women are the ones receiving the worship.
Yeah,
and the
which we
adoration,
deserve. Yeah.
Which we deserve, and reparations.
Hey.
Oh. So part of why I enjoy dominating men as well is because I used to be a super pick-me.
Okay,
Like,
fun.
before my Twitter days.
Not fun, but like
Not
story
fun,
time. Yeah,
but
go on.
I was a super pick-me. Like, I
Pick
used
me
to
in
be
the
one
sense
those
of
girls
what?
that,
Elaborate.
I only have guy friends. I think girls can be catty and annoying. Yeah. And then when my guy friends snaked me, that's when I realized, okay, like, men are not loyal.
They're not loyal.
So you need to go out and find an identity outside of being friends with boys.
Oh.
And then I got heartbroken. Oh,
Sorry. That didn't hit me, but that hit me for someone else.
Oh.
You know when you're like, oh, somebody felt that.
Somebody's going to feel that when
Somebody's
it comes
gonna
out.
feel that. I say, eh.
Hopefully it hits them where it needs to go, innit?
No,
And they'll
because
learn.
that hit, but it didn't hit me because I love
God forbid.
I love my
period.
sisters.
Couldn't be you.
But somebody out there felt that. And
Is
that
it
means
you?
you need to change. Sorry, carry on. Carry on.
So yeah, but then what happened was I still ended up being in relationships with men where I was the one who liked the man more.
Ugh.
You know that nasty, desperate, cheap energy of like, you're begging, you're doing, let's talk about it. You've collected
Nasty.
insult upon insult, and
Yeah.
you're still there trying to do, what about old time's sake? And then I think one day I just had enough, and I was single for a long time. And then I started to become curious about dominatrixing because I was following a few sex workers, and I saw, you know how Twitter has everywhere. So sometimes things will get retweeted onto my timeline, and I see a man with a collar and a woman just dragging him, and he's on his hands and knees. I'm like, oh, what's going on over here? I want to be involved. So when I saw that there was a dominatrix event happening, this was 2019, I went on my own. And since then, I was like, yeah, this is definitely a bit of me. So now,
Guys.
even when so then what's interesting, I had a very interesting experience in Nigeria in 2021. There was this guy that fancied me, and he was the short, undesirable friend of the guy who was dating my friend. So you know how like double dating, but I wasn't trying to date them.
You were just trying to warm him up so
Do you
that your
get-
friend can chat
Do you
to
get?
them. I feel you.
Yeah,
We've been there,
I was
girls,
just there
we've been
third
there.
wheeling with the third wheel.
Yeah.
Just two spare wheels.
Just like friends, my brother.
Yeah,
my G.
I was not feeling him at all. He was short. And he didn't speak up. Like, he had a quiet voice. I don't like when a man is timid and meek.
It's like, so
It's like,
shout.
will you raise your guy? Can you speak louder? What are you saying? Like, I don't like that. Like, I
Yeah.
like when a man is,
Assertive.
do you get? Like, make your space known. And he
Yeah.
was very all the things. I didn't, short, timid. I just found him weak. But when he told me he was an architect and he would show me some of the things he built, that's when I would deliberately show interest to condition him to believe you're only useful to me if we're talking about money. And so here and there, he'll buy me drinks when I'm third wheeling with my friend who had the boyfriend. So I was just managing. And eventually we went to my friend's boyfriend's house on the island in Lekki. He had a big house. And so we were all chilling in the living room kind of area. And then she needed to go to the toilet. So he took her to the toilet. But because it's a big house, they went to go to the toilet. Now it's me and this one left. And he started looking at my feet. And he was like, you've got really beautiful feet. And I want to kiss your feet. And I was like, so my way of saying no was, okay, well, if you can find oil in this house, then maybe I'll let you kiss my feet because you're going to have to rub my feet before you kiss it. And I was hoping he wouldn't find oil because men, they're scattered. So maybe the oil is just in one random place. He will come back empty-handed. He went to go look for oil. I waited. He came back. He had oil, but it was like lemongrass essential oil. So technically it wasn't oil.
It was essential oil.
It was essential oil, but I was like, you know what? I'll just let you in it because to be fair, it's technically oil. So then he's now rubbing my feet, but I make him put a pillow on the floor to put my feet on top of the pillow. And he's proper getting into it, excited. So if you think about it, like I'm sat on a chair in a long, that Skims dress, the long sleeve Skims dress.
Oh, yeah.
I was wearing
The
that, the black
tight.
one.
Yeah,
think about the crime
body,
scene.
yaddy.
Oh,
Yeah.
wearing that. So then legs are stretched out. He's rubbing my feet. And then he's getting excited. He asked me if he can take off his shirt. So he took off his shirts. Mind you, my friend and her boyfriend are still not back. He's taken off singlets now. He's topless. He's still got his belt on.
What's his body saying? What's his body giving?
It's not giving anything. I just wasn't turned on. I just liked the idea of him like
being on his knees for you. Yeah.
So then he's proper going into it. Oh wow, your feet is so beautiful. And then he now goes up to rub my calf. I was like, did I give you permission to rub my leg? He was like, no, sorry. Sorry who? Sorry, goddess. Now you have to go back to the feet. And then, you know, after a while, he asked permission if he can rub my leg. I then gave him permission. So now he's like just below the knee, rubbing. Come and see, these two now walk back in. And we both just look. He's on the floor holding my leg, looking. I'm just on the chair, just looking. It's just looking a bit mad because he's topless on his knees, holding my feet. And then these two that just walked in, they just walked back out.
Yeah, facts.
Just leave us to it.
There ain't nothing else you could do except leave.
Period. Come to find out, my friend, she got inspired and she asked him to start rubbing her feet. So now them two are in another room. She's getting foot rubs in one room. I'm getting foot rubs in this room. And it was interesting because I didn't expect that a Nigerian man would be into that sort of like submission thing. But they secretly like it. And what I found now, as a former pick-me that's reformed and is now the complete opposite.
Hallelujah.
God, this is my testimony. Anything can change in this life.
I swear.
Jesus, thank you for using me as an example of change. Because now, even when I engage with Nigerian men, whether it's in UK or Nigeria, I just already behave like a dom with them, but I'm obviously not bringing out whips and leather, but I just kind of make them feel this sort of feeling of you're never going to be good enough, but still try though.
So for the ladies who, obviously, one thing I love about you being a dominatrix is that there's some kind of things that, you know, the normal working girl could take away. Like, not necessarily, we are not saying go and be putting your...
No. I got all the tips and things
But yeah,
to say to
what
them.
is it? Because even me, like, I feel like there's sometimes where it's like, I want a man to feel that I'm above you, but not in a way where it's like masculine.
Yes.
In a way that it's an energy. So it's like for the girlies who are, you know, pick-me's and we want to be reformed pick-me's. What advice can we give the girlies?
So I would say, learn to practice pacing yourself. Just because you like a guy doesn't mean you need to act on it immediately. Okay. So if anything, for me, what I've learned is when you like a guy, like allow yourself to enjoy the feeling of making him feel like he needs to earn your validation. So for example, if he's making a comment being like, oh, I want to dance with you next time, you like, well, maybe if you're a good boy, we'll see. Oh, my favorite phrases is we'll have to see. Because you know, men talk a big game. Oh, I want to do this for you. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if you're a man of your word. Because you're psychologically using language that implies that they've got to prove themselves to you. Because what a lot of men do, especially Nigerian men are the absolute boss level love bombers. Like, they will tell you exactly what they know you need to hear. Because Nigerian men, they're very observant. They'll assess you and they'll look for your insecurities and where they think there's loopholes in your mindset, and they'll tell you what they think you want to hear. So how I've learned to outsmart Nigerian men is I'm in on the game with them. So when they're being like, oh, you're so pretty. Oh, really? You think I'm pretty? Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, you're going to do that for me? Oh, that's so nice. I don't be trying to challenge them and being like, oh, how do I know you're going to do that? How do I know you're not lying? Instead, I pretend like I'm mumu. And what I instead do is, if it's getting to the point where they're now trying to flirt with me, that's when I start using phrases like, well, maybe if you're a good boy, we'll have to see. I'm turned on by a man who provides.
Same.
Because now it's awkward now. Because when you now say I'm turned on, they get excited to hear turned on. But when you now say provide, it's now...
It's a juxtaposition. They're like, turned on, provide. Am I turned on? Am I upset?
And if a man asks, what do you mean by provide? Just mean he can't provide.
Oh, really?
Yeah, what kind of question? It's like when someone says define cheating. Come on, we know what cheating is. But if a man is like, oh, when you say provide, what do you mean? Brother, just...
You know he ain't trying to spend.
You're not trying to spend.
He ain't trying to spend.
He thinks buying you a drink means that he's going to get to press your bum. Like, no, this is not that. I mean provide as in all bills paid plus spending money plus trips. If you can't afford that, go and bite meat that will fit your mouth, innit? Because it's not every woman you must date.
Facts.
Because that's what happens. And women like you, Joyce, we have to be more vigilant. Because
I agree.
I don't always... You know what? I used to believe in the phrase "you are what you attract," but actually, I don't think so necessarily, because when you're a successful woman, you attract all kinds of men, including the broke ones that are looking for a leg up. Yes, suffering and struggling. They're looking for somebody that will give them sympathy. Oh. And I used to give sympathy, and I always felt disgusting afterwards. That's when do you know what? Listen, you've been there. You know when you feel sorry for a guy and you fuck him because you actually feel bad? You're actually doing a public service. And then on top of that, he has enough to insult you afterwards. So now you're feeling internalized shame, and also you can't unclock that body, innit?
What's your problem? What's your problem?
So as a former person that used to hand out sympathy pussy, the pussy's now just been put away in storage. No more. It's not fun anymore. Now, the way that I now have sex with men is crazy, right? Like, by the time they even make it, some of them don't even make it to the actual entering the pussy itself. But by the time they even make it there, they're shaking, because I do all kinds of spiteful and erotic activities with them. So, you know, things like make them sit down on a chair, tie their hand. Maybe you can undress in front of them and be like, you really want to touch this breast, don't you? And then you can be like, if you're hard, you're going to be punished for that, because you know that's very inappropriate of you to be hard. Like, you're just playing psychological games with them. Or if you want to take it
fun,
it is fun, because by the time they even get round to being inside your, like, they know that they've earned it.
They fought for their life. Yeah.
From the first entry, they already have nutted from before they're halfway in. Because it's so.
Honestly, I love this. I love this energy, you know, and I feel like it's so sexy. It's so, I feel like for me, like, I come from a time where women, like, we've been conditioned to believe that the guys have the power, the men have the power. And I just love how you're like, it's just sexy. It's just sexy to know, like, I have power over you. Like, I'm the number one. You're not. You see, we're in a generation now where the men think they're the prize.
Don't mind them, especially UK born. That's why I'm like,
please,
I don't date in the UK anymore.
Guys, remember that time? I don't know if y'all remember that time where I spoke about UK men and I had two.
They tried to get you.
I had two continents of men.
They tried to get you out of here.
Fighting me. Remember?
Oh, is it when you said they don't like to spend? Hey, they tore your singlet.
They tore my singlet.
Wiglet is torn, bro.
I mean, to be honest, a lot of them are still in the same place that I left them in December. We've evolved. Some of them are still where they are, shouting.
Because you know why they're still there? Because instead of to go and chase prospects, career, jobs, they're chasing girl. And they're chasing girl that's beyond their tax bracket. Because that's the annoying thing about men, right? And that's why I'm always about pay attention to where a man is in his life when he's trying to move to you. Because if that man is struggling and he's coming to move to you, that man has misaligned priorities. He will lead you astray.
If you
like a man who lead you to where?
He would lead you to hell. He would lead you to hell.
Lead you to where? Where are you
He would
going?
lead you to hell.
Where are you people going? I need a man, he's going to lead me. Where is he going to
lead you?
And you not have city mapper. Where are you people going? That man needs to take
It's true. Oh my God. I feel like I keep saying this, and I'm so happy that the women of our generation, we are such hard workers. The women are doing a lot more better than the guys, and I'm so happy, because I feel like once you get to a certain level, and I'm somebody that I will always advocate for a woman to get her own get to a good level in your career, in your life. Don't be relying on no man. Because let me tell you something, the higher you get in your career, the more you clock the bullshit.
Yes.
The more you clock the bullshit. Because I remember when I wasn't balling, I didn't have any money, and all these little things, all these little tricks the guys, they used to get me because I didn't know any better. All the little tricks, all the little shoe and bag, the little train, the little Gucci belt and the Gucci shoe and the car rental, and that, it used to get me because I didn't know any better. Because where I come from poverty. So anything that looked like success and looked like richness, I used to latch onto it. Then when I started working and I started getting to a place, I started clocking the bull, and I was like, most of you, fuck liars. Most of you don't have the Packaging bad. Packaging is bad. Packaging is so bad, especially in the UK. Packaging is bad, and I think a lot of times the guys are mad because women like us, we clock it. We clock it because we're there. We clock it because we have it. So you cannot trick me. You cannot trick me. I remember one time I met one guy in the club. And it was
in
like,
UK?
In the UK. I mean, guys, it's not me that said it to. I can't. I don't have the emotional capacity for another flogging. Because I don't have enough capacity. You are ready for your own.
Oh, come and beat me now. Come.
I remember I went to the club, yeah. There was this guy. And I was like, oh, so what do you do? He's like, oh, that I do Forex. I do trading.
Please,
and I was like, I've done a little bit of trading in the past. I was like, okay, so like what kind of Forex? The guy didn't even know what he was saying. The guy didn't even know what he was saying. He was like, oh, that's I'll be doing Forex and I'll be looking at the charts and I'll be looking at, no, he didn't even say I look at the charts. He's like, oh yeah, I'll be buying when it's high and I'll be selling when it's low.
That's the wrong
and I'm
way
looking
to
at it
do
thinking,
he's losing money there.
You don't even know what you're talking about. Because I know, because I've done Forex, I know there's a lot of analytics and I could tell when someone knows Forex because they will give you a grammar in English that they know what they are talking about. This guy, come on, nothing. He didn't know anything. And I'm looking at it thinking, why are you acting? All this packaging.
Because he wants to feel your labia. That's all this thing is. That's what makes me not take men seriously. When you think about because packaging has different grade by grade, right? There's low-level packaging where they're wearing fake essentials and fake Casablanca. Then there's the high-level packaging where they're renting each other's cars, they're taking pictures in people's jets that's not their own, and it's all just so that they can see your That to me is crazy. That means runs these people's life.
No, it's true. It's facts.
Which is why you should gatekeep it and dangle it when you can.
And it's interesting about packaging boys because they want women who don't... They want women who like them for them, but they can only attract women with the packaging that they have. Or no, they can only attract the women that they like with the packaging that they have. I always say this to my friend because there are women out there who they live cool life, cool girls. They live in Hertfordshire. They wear nice
simple life.
ASOS. They will wear ballet shoe. They don't mind splitting the bill with you.
I'm not those girls, but I know those girls are talking about.
That they don't mind.
Yeah, those people
sitting at home. What is Hakkasan? We can stay and watch a movie.
We can do McDonald's date in the car. Oh,
I love a drive-through date.
Oh, no, this one I heard is I like when he asked me to follow him to do errand. Imagine you ask me to follow his errand.
Understanding girlfriend, they're plenty. That's not the ones that you want.
No.
It's the baddies. You want the 26-inch Brazilian. You want the girls that are doing fleeky.
With the melted lace.
With the melted lace. You want the girls that have the Cartier on the wrist. At Van Cleef. Those are the girls that you want. But then you're upset when those girls want good things. Yeah. They want good things.
When they want the lifestyle
you're presenting, you don't like them. But the girls who want you for you don't want them.
Because the you that you're discussing, there's nothing there behind the packaging.
Girl. I think that's what infuriates me the most.
And gaslighting.
It's a bunch of gaslighting. I 1,000% agree.
Right. And also, I think it's so interesting when you're mentioning like those girls who make themselves easy.
Understanding girlfriend. They're plenty.
Understanding girlfriend, indeed. And yet those men don't go there.
They don't go there.
Because we are the challenge. And that's what I'm saying. Men love a challenge. And for me, what's interesting as well is I love to just quickly sniff a man out of his packaging. Quick.
I agree.
That's why I believe when a man is flirting with you in the early days, you have to be mean. But not mean as in abusive or horrible. I mean mean as in when he tries to flirt with you, you kind of got to find a way to make him jump through another hoop. He has to see that if you're not impressed, then he's not getting anywhere with you. So for me, I'm very big on saying I'm not turned on by that. For example, there was a guy that was trying to talk to me recently and he's a DJ. I don't do DJs. Like, I just think DJs are very wayward. It pays well, but I find that DJs can be quite wayward. They like women's attention a lot because they get a lot of attention. Rightfully so. DJs are good at what they do. They set the vibe. Everybody jolly in. Great. So one DJ tried to chat me up and he made a joke being like, I bet you're an ugly sleeper. And I said to him, that comment was a huge turn off for me. me and the word ugly have nothing in common. Because what men, because you know what men do, yeah? They test you. They want to see where your self-esteem is at. I don't think he was being evil or malicious by saying, I bet you're an ugly sleeper. I could have laughed it off. But from that moment, I wanted to make it clear, in your life, don't, even as a joke, don't call me ugly, because I'm not ugly. And even if you're trying to say I'm an ugly sleeper, you should have said it, I bet you're a beautiful sleeper. Why couldn't you say, I bet you're a beautiful sleeper? Because we would have gotten further with you saying that than you saying, I bet you're an ugly sleeper. So when I called him out on it, he was apologetic. I made it into a whole big thing. It wasn't like, oh my God, big paragraphs being sent, but I instilled fear. And from there, he respected me. Now, I know he's not my type. I wouldn't date him. But I could just tell from the way I handled that when he made the comment of, oh, I bet you're an ugly sleeper. He now knows to stay away from the word ugly entirely. Because what I noticed,
set that boundary and you
from the first ever thing a man does, be prepared to walk out. Because what I've noticed a lot of girls get wrong is little things, they'll just chalk it off as like, okay, it's fine.
It's a joke.
Any joke you don't like, cause problem. And if you can, make him make up for it. Because that's training him to understand, shit ain't funny around here. If you want a baddie, this is what happens when you have a baddie.
This ain't no joke.
Like, I'm not your mates. This is not the UK. This is Barbados. Like, I'm not your mates. Like, for me as well with men, I embrace that men are not my mate. I think I'm better than men. Men don't birth babies. Men don't create and sustain life. Men don't have breasts. Men don't have nyash. So they're not special.
Yeah.
And I'm drawn to men who recognize that they're not special, and I make them special by being around them and by being in their life. And
I need this energy real bad.
You've got that energy.
No, I feel like you think you have that energy until you meet someone that has that energy, and you're like, no.
But you know what? You're still young, right? And remember that you're in a time in your life where you're coming into a lot of money for this is like your first wave of coming into a lot of money as a young woman, right? And I specifically say first wave because there'll be another wave of more money to come.
Amen, hallelujah.
In the name of Jesus.
In the name of Jesus, I claim.
Amen. This is your first wave of it, right? So you're starting to understand what access does for you. And when I went to Nigeria in 2021, that was my first time going as an adult woman. And I saw how easy it was for me to just have access to all the movers and shakers of our generation.
Yeah.
Because I'm good looking, because I'm connected, because I'm
You're doing your thing.
Do you get? And I started to see, okay, like I need to learn how to carry myself better. I need to learn how to advocate for myself. I need to understand as a woman, like just because a man wants to sleep with me, it doesn't mean that I'm special. It means that he's attracted to women, and I happen to be one of them he's attracted to. And I've come to learn as well to just, when it comes to like public figure men, whether that's celebrity men or musician men or men who have very visible clout, they're the ones who you have to treat like fans. Because if you're acting excited to know them, or if you're kind of trying to let them feel like they're on your level, they will abuse it very quickly. Mm-hmm. So I've started to learn as well that the more I just swat these men away, the easier it is to do it, because you realize that no man is a loss. Mm-hmm. It's just a man at the end of the day. The most you're going to experience with him is some fun love bombing, and then when things eventually hit the fan, you people block each other and then keep it moving.
Facts.
So, and the cycle continues. Who's the next one's going to get blocked, So you start to understand, okay, then if I'm going to be dating men, and if I have a vision for what I want my life to look like, I can't be dating boys in their 30s. Those are small boys. Even though I'm 29, boys in their 30s to me are small boys. I need to be dating men who are looking towards creating sustained and long-term, stable, future type of themed activities.
So what age are we talking about here?
So,
don't forget to subscribe.
Subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe. Yeah.
Subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe.
Subscribe.
Maybe like late 40. Now,
like
when I
going
say
to 50. My daddy's age.
If possible. Yes, if possible. My dad's age, if possible. Because I'll tell you why, yeah. I know.
Hey.
I know. Big hey.
Wow.
Do you know what's interesting though? What's interesting is, I've said this a few times because I get different responses from women when I say it, right? There's certain women when I say it, especially when I say it on my podcast or on the internet, I get women who are like, ew, so you're going to sleep with an old man. And what I find interesting is like, okay, so What's interesting to me is, okay, let's say you marry a man that's the same age as you. God willing, people are still together in your 50s. At some point, you're going to an old man, Abby. So I don't really understand the...
I mean, it's quite...
Because Idris Elba... How old is Idris Elba?
I mean, I don't... The analogy I see where you come from is a bit...
I get what you're saying, but also, I forgot to add as well, I don't date just one man.
Okay.
So for me, personally... The man that's in his 50s, hypothetically speaking, he's not my husband. He's just happy to be part of the workforce because this... Oh. That's how I operate.
He's just happy to be part
of the workforce. And he has a very senior role in the workforce.
Right, because he's senior.
Because he's senior. Do you get it? So more responsibilities. The financial responsibilities, more of that for him. But it doesn't mean that if I want to just taste a little bit of... malted milk biscuit somewhere else, I can still have a guy in his 30s there as well. Nobody's telling me what to do, basically. I believe that as a woman, I can run as rampant as I want and do madness because I meet men all the time who are like, oh, if I was to reincarnate as a woman, the madness I would do. Oh my God, the way I'll be spending men's money if I reincarnate as a woman. So it's like, okay, so even men agree that women deserve to be moving mad. And what is considered moving mad is just acting like a man. Because when men do that, it's not uncommon. Now, I know a lot of people will be uncomfortable with the idea of a 29-year-old woman being with a 50-something-year-old man. For me, why I'm not uncomfortable is because I've had men of that age licking my feet. I've had them give me money. I know how to talk to them. I know how to boss them around. I don't fear men in regards to men that I'm dating because I never allow a man to have more power than I want him to have. And that comes from knowing yourself. And it also comes from treating dating men as an exercise to fulfill yourself. But also dating men is a form of entertainment because men are not serious. And I think where our downfall happens as women is when we take men seriously. Like when I stopped taking men seriously, I sleep better at night. Like my skin is better. I just feel a lot more balanced in myself because when I used to take men seriously, when they'll be like, oh, I like you a lot. I've never felt this way about someone. I would let that gas me. And then when they now start acting like they're not replying to my message anymore, I'll be like,
What happened to the romance and the...
Do you get?
That's the thing. I think
and now my day is ruined at 8 a.m. Oh. I hate when I'm starting to like a guy and that happens. You know when you like wake up and you don't see any message from him, it's like, sorry.
How the you gonna ruin my day?
How dare you start your day without acknowledging my beauty? Now I'm going to have to talk to someone else. Now I'm going to have to, you know what I do? I archive the chat.
Yeah, I'd be archiving.
And then if I see that little one, I'm like, you know what? Just don't even talk to me.
When I see the one, I'm like, oh.
That's what I thought. Then I'll archive it for a bit. And then I'll archive it again because it's like, you're not that important. Like I need to mentally remind myself that you don't even deserve to be in the main menu of my messages.
I really love this because I feel like I'm one of those people that initially like, I don't take guys seriously, but once I do, I make them like my whole ecosystem.
Oh yeah, you have to.
Yeah, I'm a lover girl. Like I love,
Same.
like I love, like. But I feel like I really need to not put importance. Sometimes, most times, all the time. In fact, I need to not put importance on guys.
Yeah, and I think what will help you with that as well. What's helped me, especially as a young woman, is you need to start from the onset. You need to assess like, is this the type of guy that can get you closer to where you want to get in your life? Because what you don't want is to be placing importance on a guy who all you're doing is just opening your teeth, laughing with him, and maybe like you like how he touches your breast, but that's not really doing anything.
It's not
for
doing
your
nothing.
podcast, for your future, for your breast. Because there's other men who can do things for you, and it's still the same breast they'll press. Like it's not that different. When you think about it, like
facts.
It's actually not. None of any of this is that serious. So for me now, it's like if I find myself having like a twinkle in my eye towards a guy, I need to just like take myself to the boardroom and have a conversation and be like, can you justify
what's
this?
the benefits?
Like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Is this an
here?
ego stroke or is this someone that's actually going to take you where you need to go? Because a lot of time, I'm a Sagittarius, innit? So I'm very, very, my ego is easily fondled. Like when it comes to men. So I've had to learn how to just like rise above my ego and just see it as this guy fancies me because he fancies women. I'm a flashy woman that has appeared in his eye. In all of 2 hours, there'll be someone else that will appear in his eye. It's not that serious. Unless he's doing exceptional things, I'm not going to treat him exceptionally.
Period.
But also as well, I think when it comes to what you were saying earlier that was so important was not relying on men for money, having your own money. I would go as far as saying that as a young woman, if you don't have your own money, I don't even think you should even be looking towards men to be dating men. I think you should go and develop an actual stable foundation for yourself financially And then if you want to start looking at boys, at least you're not in a position where you need them.
You need them.
And I would
Agreed.
Right. And then I'll go as far as saying the step above that now is if you're going to be dating boys who have money, make sure you're using the money that they give you to flip your money and grow your money.
Yeah.
Don't just be silly with the money, innit?
Agreed.
That's how you maintain your independence through and through and through. Because there's a misconception that if you like to date men who have money, they're going to control you. You don't control me. You don't control me, bruv.
Facts.
I control the
Facts.
I control where this relationship is going. And if you're not giving me money anymore, or if you're not making me feel like a cherished baby girl, then I'm going to have to cheat.
I'm going to have to cheat.
As a woman, I can't help but cheat if I don't feel provided for.
Can I read this thing? Because
Oh my
I literally picked something up and I want to talk about
So
it.
Joyce is holding a copy of my
I'm holding a copy of the book, What a Time to Be.
What a Time to Be Alone.
What a Time to Be Alone. And obviously I got this as a gift, which is super, super cool.
Yay.
And I thought that this was a good thing to read because I resonated with this as well. Mixed signals aren't mysterious. Mixed signals are the prelude to manipulation. When it comes to dealing with people on a personal basis, I've learned to take indecisiveness behavior as a no. In doing this, peace lasts longer for me. Having to deal with so much disappointment in my life, I've developed an if you don't want me now, don't check for me later policy, and it's working. People know what they want. If they're indecisive, they ain't for you, honey. If you're pushing for a person to make their mind up about you, this is life's push notification telling you it's time to work on your self-confidence. Big time. Stop waiting to be appreciated. If they can't see your value, let them stay blind. And it's interesting. I literally just flicked through that and I was like, fam, I feel like sometimes indecisiveness, I get a lot of people who are indecisive about, well, I don't get a lot of people, but
I get what you're saying,
you know
but
what I mean?
it's not because of you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not because of who you intrinsically are. Because I experienced that too. And that's what I was saying earlier about I'm 50-50 on the phrase you are what you attract, because successful, attractive women still attract bums sometimes.
True.
You don't have to entertain them, but everything kind of comes at you, and it's your choice to implement the filtration process. So in what you're saying about, if someone's indecisive about you, oftentimes I think, especially when it comes to men, when I've experienced men being indecisive towards me, it's because I know that they've carried more than they can carry, and they're trying to see if I will just maybe lower my standards a bit to let them feel like a man. And the indecisiveness is them trying to use push and pull to make me feel like, oh, this guy is being a bit funny. Let me ask him, is he okay? Is everything all right? When for me now, if a man's indecisive, I just take it as a no and keep it moving. Like my ego will heal. I'll be fine. Yeah. Because what won't be fine is if you allow that indecisive behavior to now define how you see yourself. Wow. And I've seen a lot of successful women who that's become their narrative. So much so that they are the breadwinner, God forbid, personally. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying personally for me, it doesn't really make any sense to have a man in your life as a successful woman and you're still basically looking after him. Facts. Like, what's the point? You've just scored an own goal, in my opinion. Agreed. It's backwards. But you can end up in that place when you don't know how to process what's being presented to you. So if you're in a situation where a man is indecisive about you, instead of to take it as, you know what, the person who likes me will be very decisive and very sure. And know what they want. Yeah, I agree. That's how you should see it. And it's not a reflection on your personal worth. Some men just bite meat bigger than their mouth and they realize, and then their ego is, they don't want to now look like a loser by acknowledging that they can't afford, or that maybe, they can't keep up what they started. So they just hang around and hope that you will be the one. And reduce yourself. I agree. Yeah, I used to reduce myself, and it doesn't work. You just look stupid. I 100% agree. Right, guys, we are going to move on to hot topics of the week. Super excited. Don't go anywhere. Get a drink. Hot topics of the week, baby. All right, guys, we are going to move on to hot topics of the week, and it's only right that we start with festival season. There's been actually so much happening the last couple of weeks. Obviously, Afronation, DLT Malta, Glastonbury, I believe even Wireless is coming up. Festival season is always fun. And I had the privilege of being at Afronation, which was amazing, guys. I got to see Nicki Minaj perform, which was a good time. It was a good time. I love Nicki a lot.
I screamed a couple of times. My throat was dry. She was half an hour late, but I don't give a because that's mother. That's mother. And I'm a watch her perform. Are you a festival girlie?
Nope.
Not at all?
Not unless I'm in VIP, I'm not doing it anymore.
I mean, yeah, VIP is always the standard. Like that. That's the standard.
Back when I used to go to festivals when I was like a teenager or early 20s, I should say, it was just too much. Like it's all that queuing, all that just losing your friends.
Yeah,
it's just much.
Can I just say, I'm taking it back. I'm taking VIP. VIP is the standard, but I actually prefer being in general admission these days. You know, really enjoy it. I feel like VIP, when you come in, people will just stand there and be bougie and be pressing lip and be.
They don't want to
like
dance.
Fuck hell, man. So move, man.
So weird, isn't it?
Like I feel like VIP is just full of people who are pretending that pretending to be something.
You just reminded me of something that I was thinking about yesterday.
Go ahead.
Because I was at Ira Star's event.
Yeah.
She threw a summer party.
Yeah.
And it was incredible. It was Afrobeats the whole night. And me and my two other friends were probably the only people that were actually dancing.
Yeah.
And we ended up starting, you know, when someone
The
has to start the dance?
The party starters.
It's always me. Chai, I'm tired. But like I noticed that where we're at a party where it's like a room full of Black people, predominantly Nigerian people, beautiful Afrobeats is playing. Everybody's holding their jacket.
Guy.
I'm like, why are you guys doing that? It's so. I find it bizarre.
It's very bizarre. It's very bizarre. I remember I was Afronation. Rema was performing, and even Rema was looking like, what the is happening here? Because we're talking about Rema, like, I'm in love with your booty bounce.
Hey,
girl, I'm in love with your booty bounce. You lot are standing there and booty bounce is playing. Are you not crazy? Are you? And the thing is, yeah, Rema has got tunes like booty popping, booty.
Like, are we going to talk about Soundgasm? Are we going to talk about Charm?
Don't piss.
How
How dare you? No.
And you have the nerve. So I find that pretentious, and I want to know what's your perception of that, because to me, it's very weird to see how, like, as a culture, speaking from a perspective of, like, you know, Black UK, but also like Nigerian culture, Afrobeats taking precedence. Why is it that people like to form? Like, even when you go to the club, nobody's really dancing.
First of
They're
all,
just
Charlie,
standing
you're
there.
an animal, because that fart was disgusting. That fart was disgusting, and I was talking and I breathed it in.
Oh God. Oh God, that's so gross.
Bloody disgusting. I'm so annoyed. You know when you breathe something in and it just can't, you kind of taste a little bit. That made me, I'm upset. I'm upset. I'm upset. I'm upset. I'm upset. That's disgusting.
Disgusting.
That's disgusting. But yeah, why does...
Did you do it again? Charlie, are you like...
I just can't get over that. I think I took it in a bit too deep. I'm so annoyed.
Oh. Yeah, it does concern me, you know.
Sorry,
yeah,
it's boring.
Because me, I can do both. Like, nearly kicked that drink over. I'm a bad bitch. My outfits are always
I like to have
10,
fun.
and I still want to have fun. Like,
I think
don't
a lot of time
understand
is... Do you know what it is, yeah? I personally feel it's a self-esteem thing.
Maybe they can't dance.
I think it's two things. I think it's a self-esteem thing, and I feel like it's maybe like a social anxiety thing.
Do you reckon?
I think so, because I feel like a lot of people in VIP are most of the people are VIP are trying to be something that they're not. Ooh. Most of you are trying to be something that you're not.
What do you think it is that they're trying to be?
Somebody. That's the honest truth. A lot of you are upcoming this, upcoming that. And you feel like when you get to that space, you have to be. You see, most of the people. Most of the people that I know who are already there are having a good time.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Your favorites are in the club dancing,
flinging yash. I
was with Miss Banks yesterday.
Oh, Miss Banks is a baddie.
We were popping on the table. She's fun. We're fun because regardless of if you see me dancing or not, it doesn't change the fact of who I am.
Period.
It doesn't. I don't need to. If you see me dancing, it doesn't change the fact
that you're an established.
That I'm established.
It's true what you're saying.
I don't need to pretend. There's some, and the thing is, the reason why I know is because I've been there. When I'm trying, when you're still trying to prove to people that you're somebody, you act the way you think somebody should act.
Wow.
But with me, whether I dance, whether I don't dance, whether I shake, whether I don't, bro, I'm still doing my thing. It doesn't add or take away anything. So I think there are a lot of people like that. But me, I love general admission. I'm sorry. I do go to general admission often. You see me in general admission because I want to dance. I want to have a good time. I don't mind shaking my I don't mind doing a dirty wine.
And you get to meet the people that support you.
And I get to meet the bad boys and girls. There is nothing like partying with the bad boys and girls. I've been saying it. There's nothing like seeing a group of the bad boys and girls. I'm the type where I will go to general admission. I'll see a group of girls dancing. I'm like, this shit is lit. I'm coming. I'm dancing. Come on, let's go. Let's have it. Because guys, life is too short. The music is bumping. The DJ's mixing for their life. Have a good time. Sister, brother. Like, I'm kind of over going to club. I feel like
I'm not dancing.
And people are not dancing.
So you rubbed all that Fenty, you put on all that Skims to stand still. And it reminds me of that meme, that TikTok that's been going around where it's like, be mindful of, because the original one is be mindful of why you're invited to the club. And then the first portion of the TikTok is a girl who is like, she's dancing and there's a big like red X on the video, meaning you shouldn't be dancing. And then the second half of the video is her just sat down still in the VIP section of the club, and there's a big green tick, meaning that when you go to the VIP section of the club, you should just sit down, and that's how to do VIP. It's like, are you guys okay?
No, have a good time. Obviously, we're not saying go and be doing the splits on the VIP table. Hey, don't let the bottle poppers kick you off the table. Don't let the bottle poppers kick. Don't do too much on the table now, girl.
Right, get us all kicked out now.
Trust me, there's not enough space on the table to be popping and locking. Don't do leg work either. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you should go and do leg work, and I don't listen. So keep it sexy. We're ladies. Keep it sexy. Don't be enjoy. And the thing is, I find that guys find you sexier when you're dancing. Do you know what it is? Ladies, on a big man thing, yeah. You've come, you're wearing your mini skirt, you're wearing your crop top, or you're wearing whatever the fuck you're wearing, and you're coming and you're giving a nice, sexy, slow one. You're showing the goods, you're showing the packaging. God. You're now, see body. Do you know how sexy you look rather than sitting there?
We got too sexy in here.
Rather than sitting there like this, they can't even see the goods. They can't even. I've f***ed up this carpet so many times, but I'm sorry to you. They can't even see the goods. They can't even see what they're working with. The bum cheek that you want to show in the miniskirts. They can't even. See the bum cheeks because you're spending all night sitting down.
Me, because my way of flirting, again, I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm very fiery, right? When I'm in the club and a guy's trying to flirt with me, I'm obnoxiously dancing, ignoring him. So he's excited by the dancing, but he's also confused as to why I'm ignoring him.
There's nothing. Let me tell you something. Do you know what I love? I love dancing. Like, I'd be doing a sexy dance. I bet like, you do. Honestly, like a sensual, like I keep his hand on head. Body roll. And you just look up and you see all the guys just looking at you.
And also, what is it with men who like in the club, like Rema is on, Wizkid is on, right? And their hand is just folded, they're standing by the wall. And I'm like, are you guys not?
Fuck them, nigga, you watching me.
Okay?
Now forget about the boys, don't do too much. And I'm joking there. Have a good time.
Like, why did they not do like I just anyway,
have a good time. Do a little
enjoy
minister. Yourself, man, honestly. Like, guys, this is a funny. Did I talk about my party? I spoke about my party. Guys, I'm having a party.
You mentioned you're having a party.
If I'm having a party, I don't want to see anyone stand. Listen, I promise you, if you're coming to my party to stand at the wall, don't come. I'm serious. Don't even come. I don't want to see you.
You have me to trust to kick off.
Like hoochie mamas only.
Period.
Like I'm dead hoochie daddies only. If you're not coming to dance, to just shake legs, to be sexy, to come in the mini skirt, come in the boot heel. Can I just say f*** y'all? Somebody in the comments, Wait, sorry. Somebody,
Why you say f*** me for?
Why you say? I did a TikTok with AP when I was in Korea, and somebody in the comments was like,
AP, sorry.
Adiola Petroleum. And somebody in the comments was like, Madam Joyce and these boot heels, and did the emoji. F*** you.
What's up with the boot heel? What's the problem?
Because that boot heel's me and that boot heel die.
Listen, if that's what gives you your balance.
It's me and that boot heel die. And the fact it got so many likes here was making me extra fuming. What's about the problem?
They got it out for you.
So what if I wear one shoe? But the boot heels is comfortable though.
Listen, the shoe I'm wearing today, this is the shoe.
I love a boot, you know.
We need a boot because it's versatile. You never know when you're gonna get invited to go and dance somewhere.
Fam,
Pull up with
thank
your
you.
boots.
And the thing is, the boot you can dance. You're not gonna dance in the stilettos. Your foot's gonna be hurting, but you can dance in the boots.
And it's weather friendly. If it starts raining, your leg is covered.
Your leg is covered.
So what's the problem? We're living in the UK.
Y'all shut the hell up. I saw that.
Don't mind them.
If you think I saw that. You gotta see with my motherfucking boots. I wore my boots yesterday. I went to Obi's house yesterday. It was really fun. And guess what I wore? Obi's house is like an event with DJ Obi. And guess what I wore? I wore my boots.
Period.
I wore my motherfucking boots.
Don't let them take that boot off you.
And I don't feel bad about it.
No, you should.
The thing is, you know what's funny? I wore the boot with long trousers, yeah.
Oh.
And because I wore
Was the boot over the trouser?
No. It was under the trouser. It was under the trouser because trouser was flared. But you know what's funny about the boot?
That's a mad thing still. I'm just imagining.
No, it was a moment. No, it was a moment.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
It was because I was on some rock star.
Oh.
I was wearing all black.
So it wasn't what did they call that trouser when boot
No, not boot cuts.
Okay.
It was like flared down.
Oh,
It was
purr.
a moment.
Purr.
Leather. It was leather.
Oh yeah.
I'll show it there.
Yeah.
Look at it there.
Yeah.
It was a
You
moment.
see that? Yeah.
Thank you. You see
Yeah.
that? You see that swag? Shut up.
Sexy,
You didn't even
innit?
look at it, man. But I wore the boot. And I wore those boots so much that the zip actually broke. The zip broke so you couldn't even zip it. But guess what? I just covered it. I just covered
Have
the
you got
boots.
replacement boots?
Do you know what? Those are the second pairs of that same boot that I have.
That's how you know you got a good boot that you like. Man.
So I'm about to buy the third pair.
And you know what?
of
That's
the
another
same
thing,
boots.
yeah. For the girlies that are not yet approaching 30, me, I'm 29. You need to find a good shoe that's gonna be your shoe, man. It's not every day 12 pairs of. Just get you a shoe that's gonna be your ride or die shoe.
That I'm
Find
not gonna lie,
style
that boots my ride or
works for
die.
you.
That boots my ride. I'm wear their boots. I'm gonna wear their boots. I don't give a. I'm gonna buy the third pair. How about that? Y'all can I me?
Periods.
Yeah, Afronation. I didn't really enjoy Afronation. I'll be honest. I think it was mediocre. It was like 5. Again, same thing. Security. I feel like security was really tight for no reason. Then there was some moments that were really good. Flavor. Come on, you type it. What they go? He performed. It was he's amazing.
Yes.
You're gonna really enjoy it. I really enjoyed his set. Pardon?
Do you mean it?
I meant it, and he looks so good. He looks
Flavor
so
is very
sexy.
fine.
You know, sometimes you don't really sometimes with artists, I don't be looking at people's faces too tough, yeah. But I looked at his face for the first time and I was thinking, you're very handsome.
He's got that big Ibo energy.
He's got that big Ibo energy and he's got some tunes.
It
Again,
looks like he sprays money good.
He do. Even though I heard Ibo men are stingy, but that's another conversation over
Ooh.
there. I heard. My experience with Ibo
I'm
men
embarrassed to
are quite
say
stingy.
that I agree.
Yeah.
The most generous. Listen, one thing I've noticed with Nigerian men is the most generous Nigerian men to me have been Yoruba men. They've come and said Igbo women are their weakness. That's what
Really?
that's what I've heard though.
I don't even think it's Yoruba men. I think I don't even want to say which state because you lot are teeth. You lot are gonna. It's not even. All I would say is that it's not even. I don't think Yoruba men are even the tribe that all are the most generous.
Who is it?
Girl,
Is it Abuja?
No, Abuja's Yoruba. I really do feel like it's the Edo men. You know, I feel like Edo men are very.
Tell us more about your findings.
Nah, because you lot are fuck teeth.
Teeth what now?
Are you gonna? That's when I'm
cannot carry on their Igbo
I'm trying to
men.
distract you. Lot go to your Yoruba
yeah,
men.
yeah,
If you like, go.
Yeah, Yoruba men are the most generous.
Grab me them
Don't
there.
worry. Don't
Grab
mind.
me them
Stay
where
away.
they are. Stay away. Leave the Edo boys alone. They're so underrated. They're so undercover
Wow.
because just leave it. Anyways, yeah, all in all, I've had a good time at the festivals this year, like the ones that I've been to anyways. I prefer international festivals than UK ones. I don't know about you.
What international festivals do you go to?
Like, there's like, people have Rolling Loud and then they have like
I've never
Afronation.
been.
Like, I feel like it's just better in the sun.
Yeah, of course it would be. Especially Afronation. I've always wanted to go Afronation. I've not gone yet.
Afronation was very mediocre this year. It was very mediocre this year. And honestly, it's full of loads of French people. Big up all the Francais people and that. There's bare like, parlez-vous en français? Yeah, so there was loads of French people, loads of Belgian people. Like, I feel like British people were the minority. Like there wasn't many British people. I did notice a difference like in how the French girls dressed versus how the UK girls dressed. Like the girls, London girls, we love to be on some hoochie mama shit. Like I was seeing some, not even trying to be bad to the French girls, but some French girls came and was like wearing jeans. Like
in the sun.
Like they're wearing jeans, like they're wearing like they'll wear like a jumpsuit. They'll wear like a play suit or something, or they'll wear like top and like us, we'll come in the bomb, we'll wear the tongue, we'll wear the tongue.
Yes, now
then we'll wear the body, the mesh top.
That's me
We'll
all
now
over.
do colour.
And then just about covering the nipple.
Just about covering the nipple. Then you'll now wear the nipple pasties. Like, you know what, on some hoochie mama shit, but I noticed the
Very
French girls,
hoochie.
they're like, nah, they're not on that shit, man.
Sorry, bonjour.
The bourgeois.
Désolé.
Bourgeois, belle. Like, yeah, I definitely noticed that the girls dressed different. They were like, they started making me feel like, maybe I'm doing too much, because the first day I wanted to wear one bright pink number.
I didn't wear it.
I didn't wear it. I wore another bikini, but I noticed the girls they weren't wearing bikinis. Like, it felt like more like you're good, you know how you dress up in wireless.
Oh.
Type shit.
Oh, but we're on a beach.
Yeah, but we're in Portugal.
Yeah,
we're in Portugal, like we should be naked, but they want on a naked tip. And then I noticed that a lot of the French boys, they can recognize when they see a London girl. They just know it.
I wonder what gives us away.
I think it's the hoochie mamarism, you know. I think it's the sex appeal. I think a lot of us, we don't realize that we actually use a bit of sex appeal.
A little bit or a lot?
A lot.
I love, do you know what? It's funny about sex appeal. I love having sex appeal.
Same.
Like, I just think that as you get older, you just have to learn to own it.
I own my sex appeal.
You're very sexy. You just have to
I own my sex appeal. And it's so funny because I think I have high sex appeal.
Very high, my dear.
Thank you. Guys think they have a chance.
I love that they're ambitious enough to think that just because they're sexy means that they have a chance.
They feel like because I generally I'm very flirty by nature, they feel like they can.
Oh yeah, same.
They can get there,
and then they get met with the reality.
They get met with the reality.
It's not
going to work, unfortunately.
So are you single at the moment?
I'm so single, girl.
Congratulations. This is why you're doing well.
It's not congrats.
When I look at the girlies around me who are in relationships, the rubbish I be hearing that they're dealing with.
Facts.
And in my head, I'm like, girl, personally, I wouldn't have that. But obviously, I'm not here to cause problems. So I'll be playing the diplomatic. Oh, sorry to hear that. Did you talk about it with him? Because me personally, I'm not doing let's talk about it. I'm out of here and I'm moving on. But since you decided to stay, oh, sorry to hear that, babe. Hopefully he'll listen this time.
Understanding girlfriend.
Understanding girlfriend. That's what people are doing. So when you're looking on from the outside and you're thinking, oh, everybody's all loved up. They got a boo. You don't know what they're tolerating.
Can we have a prayer
boo.
for understanding girlfriend? Can we just pray for the understanding girlfriends?
In the name of Jesus.
Heavenly Father.
Demon of understanding, I bind you.
No, it's not even demon. There's the reason. It's their fault. You know, sometimes we can blame demon for things like, this one is you, God. Sometimes the thing is with understanding girlfriend, you can't even pray for them to.
Because they will override the prayer and say, no, but he's having a hard time. So they will now start praying for the man.
You can't pray for them to leave. You have to pray for endurance. Continuous endurance,
and pray that they'll stop calling me to complain. God,
let me tell you something about that. Let me tell you something about
that's my secret.
I hate that's the ick.
But I'm an understanding friend though, so it's hard because I don't want to be like,
no, I'm
not
not
telling me about this one anymore. If you're not gonna leave me alone.
How many times are you gonna call me about the same boy and still go back? How many times are you gonna say, oh, he did this, he did that, and I'm saying, sister, you should leave him. He bought me shoe
and said sorry, girl. That's not enough.
Girl,
you should have collected the shoe and still left. And then that's what I would have done. But
listen, I'm one of those friends where I say things once. Before I used to, because sometimes I feel like there's some friends that you have that they don't want to actually, they don't care about your opinion. They just want to rant.
Yeah.
They don't care. They don't give a about what you have to say after the rants. They will still go back. They just want something to release. I like to say things once, one time only. After that, if you decide to go back to your hell, if you decide to go back to your stupid, useless boy, do not call me about the same guy again, because all that's going to happen is I'm going to tell you the exact same thing that I told you before, and it's going to frustrate me because I don't like to repeat myself. And then I feel like as my friend, you don't respect what I have to say. So there's just no point. There's just no point. I have a friend like that. Every time, oh, I'm just so sad. Why are you sad? Oh, because Johnny, he did this to me. But Johnny did that to you last week as well. And you still stayed. Oh. And he did it the month before. And he did it in the 2 years that you've been together. So at this point, you were sub in a dominatrix relationship because you like the abuse. Oh. You like it.
No, because I think it's like a problem that straight women have where they just like man more than they like their own progress.
Stop it. Do you know how much of a fact
the strongest of soldiers fall for man? People have not finished their degree because of man. People have not opened that business they said they're going to open because of a man.
Because of a man.
That your hair and lash business. What are we saying? waiting, no. Me, I want to support my friends and do lash, but this man is holding up the line.
You didn't. No, sorry. Let's talk about it. Because your boyfriend ruined because he didn't send you good morning. It's ruined your day,
and now because of that you're not productive
and you don't want to go to work.
Or you use the money you're meant to use to open your lash business. You went to go and lend him money that he used to go and buy another girl.
You know
trouser.
What?
I'm even irritated.
You know what? Yeah. Can I just say this? Yeah. There's men that have the mouth
to ask a woman for money.
Wait, I need to say
Don't that fire you.
I need to say it. Men that have the mouth to formulate the words to say, can I borrow? Can I have? I need? Can you help me?
Baby, let's go have on this one.
You're actually, sincerely from my heart, the most shameless. You're the most shameless.
Because they won't open their mouth to ask another man for that money because they know that it's embarrassing.
It's the most embarrassing thing I've ever heard.
That's a turn off. I don't even put myself in that position.
It's
and that's
the
why
most
I don't date broke men.
Embarrassing thing I've ever heard, seen, smelled in my whole generational life. That one there, because okay, fair enough. There's some times where sometimes you can see that somebody's struggling, and you're like,
That's why you pray for it. You hold their hand and you enter prayer. I'm not giving you money. First of all, why would I be the only man I lend money is my brother, and even he's got his together, right?
It's honestly,
I'm not trying to do that,
bro.
It's a turn off. Like, I'm not aroused.
Where did we get? How did
you mismanage your money?
No, why am I the first resort? Where's your mommy? Where's your daddy? That best friend that you're always chilling with on the block, on the up block. Your guy, your G. What happened to him?
And do you not know how to press crypto? And get...
Huh? What's crypto?
Press crypto and get money.
What's press crypto?
Crypto now.
Oh, crypto. Bro, you're supposed to be doing the night shift in Amazon, my G.
You're asking a woman for money.
Amazon Play Weekly, my G.
And then also...
You're supposed to be jogging.
And then on top of lending them my money, you're so you're basically paying for... That's how I feel.
You see? Hey.
Imagine, like, how do you get aroused? Because for me personally, I'm genuinely serious. Like, I can't produce the secretions required for this activity if a man needs my help.
You know, there's one girl. Should I snitch? Yes. There's one. There's one babe I know. Yeah, her friend. I don't know if I told this story yet. Have I told the story? Nah. So there's one babe I know, and bumble clack. Let me try to dilute the story so that because you like too fast. That's the problem.
Scramble the details.
So anyways, her friend is dating a guy that owns a restaurant. Yeah.
Okay.
So when I came into the restaurant, obviously I came, sat down. Obviously me, the first thing they're like, what do you want? And I'm like, I'm thinking everything is patterned. So I'm like, can I have a bottle of champagne rosé to start? Because you know I like that.
Yeah,
you know, Burlesque my drink. So obviously my friend goes to the guy. My friend wants a bottle of champagne rosé. He said, that is 350. I'm looking at him. I'm thinking, why is he sending me bill? I'm confused. At this point, I'm confused.
You own the restaurant.
So this is the owner, or is he a worker? I'm confused. We're talking to the owner. Then now I'm just like, whatever. He said that, that we can have cocktails. In my mind, I was thinking, if that, anyways. So I'm drinking. I said, okay, cool. I have this. And I ordered the food, ordered everything. I'm yummy. When the bill came.
Oh, there was bill.
When the bill came, I was thinking, I'm looking around, I'm thinking, okay, my friend is the one that paid.
Uh-huh.
So I'm looking at her.
Wait.
And I'm like, and the friend is there.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, why did we pay the bill? She said, yeah, that every time we come here, we pay the bill.
But isn't somebody that owns the restaurant?
I said, but your friend is him.
So
she said,
paying for food.
She said, yeah, that there's never been a single time that they've gone into his restaurant and that guy has footed the bill, that every time they've paid. And I said, your friend is him. So on top of him, on top of him. He's even invested into the business.
I'm even irritated. I hate that so much.
On top of him, she's even contributing to the business.
But she's an empowered boss babe, Abby. That's what they call it. Empowered boss Guinea.
She owns shares in the mate.
That's what I'm saying.
Clearly.
That couldn't be me. Sorry. I'm not doing
what?
It. I don't even do potential.
What?
Me, I don't even look at potential anymore. Look.
What? Nah.
What?
I couldn't believe. The fact I said, never invite me to that restaurant again. Because this is the thing. Me, I catch secondhand embarrassment. And I don't want people to think that that's how I roll.
Because it looks like it.
It looks like that's my group. It looks like that's my group. That's what they're on. Now you're going to be fucking the owner. And then you're now paying for the food. Paying for the drink.
Does that sound well to you?
Twat!
But
I couldn't believe it.
But there's somebody listening that will be like, but what's wrong with that?
This is not the podcast for you. Get the off my podcast right now. I don't give a heck. If you think that's acceptable, go off.
Goodbye and good riddance.
Good riddance. I don't give a heck.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What the heck? I couldn't believe it. You're splitting yourself open for this guy. And he's not footed, but he owns the restaurants. And you are paying for the food.
So what is the pussy? That means the pussy is not gripping, I'm guessing. It's probably not really, it's just...
I couldn't believe it.
Mediocre.
I told her never invite me to this place again.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be friends.
I was so embarrassed.
Even by association,
embarrassed. Because by association, that's how they'll be saying that you're the same.
Distance yourself from people like that.
Me! Oh, was humiliated.
That's such an insult. You collected an insult.
No.
The food won't even taste nice anymore.
Oh man, I was like,
really
bro,
confusing.
do you know how bad that is?
That's a low. I think for a woman, a low point. And this, I really want to choose my words carefully because I don't want to be horrible because I know a lot of people are living in this experience. But for me personally, as a woman, I think it's a low point to be paying for things for a man. That to me just feels like you're desperate and I'm not even being rude. Like it just looks like desperation. No, you have no other option.
No, seriously, you don't have your Riz. You don't have Riz. You don't know your Riz. You don't know your Riz. You know,
and your not clenching. Thing. It's not.
No, it can't. No, because the thing is,
can't be.
I feel like it's a self-esteem thing because sometimes the do be clenching, but I feel like it's the energy. I feel like the way a guy treats you is how you exert yourself, and I've noticed that it's how you package yourself. Yes. Not even the way of the things that you have, and if you're carrying back, it's your energy, it's your energy,
and what you tolerate.
I agree. I definitely agree, and I've seen that. Like as I've gotten older, my energy has changed, and I feel like how guys treat me is different. Mm-hmm. The energy is different because it's like, okay, how can you have the same guy? How can you have the same guy who he was with one woman and he didn't do shit? And he's with another woman suddenly 6 months later, and all of a sudden he wants to be married. Mm-hmm. He's buying her handbag. He's a provider. He's this because when you were with him, you were the understanding girlfriend.
Next time, don't be understanding.
Let me be nice. I don't want to chase him away. And let me be nice. I don't want to change him. Don't worry, babe. I've got this. Don't worry, babe. I'll do it. But the girl that he was with, the next one, didn't tolerate bullshit. She's like, are you crazy?
You should very much be worried if you don't have it.
I feel like you should act sometimes I feel like a lot of times the way a guy will treat you is a reflection of how you entered the situation.
I completely agree. And a lot of women don't like hearing that because they will say things like, well, that's victim blaming. First of all, I don't even embrace the title victim over my life. I'm not a victim. If a man treats me in the way that doesn't align with how I see myself, I'm not a victim. I just didn't present myself in the way that I should have. Thank you. Got ideas from that
because it's like, okay, cool. How come he doesn't take me out on dates? How does it? Because you establish that standard that's what you like.
Your first date was a walk.
Because you carried your your New Balance trainers and you walked. Excuse me. If a guy told me, oh yeah, for first day I want to walk, I will block him.
Coffee.
That's how the conversation.
Which one is coffee? Coffee is for business.
Who told you I need friend? Who told you I need stimulus? Who told you I need stimulating drink? Who the bro?
You want me to invite me to a noisy, overstimulating coffee shop with a sticky table to come and discuss what?
They ain't got no. I'm not leaving my I'm
not dressing well for that.
I'm not going.
Dressed to go for a walk.
Listen, baby, I have a coffee machine in my house.
Nespresso.
I can brew coffee in my house. Why would I be wearing my makeup, wearing my good shoe, wearing my good bag to be coming? And again, please, guys, I just want to say something. If you're not my age, this not applies to you. Yeah. Don't be watching this at 19 years old and think you can't go to the coffee shop.
Yep. I would say once you're on the other side of 25, you need to start thinking about your future.
Because to be honest, there's a lot of conversations I have in this podcast, and the 18-year-olds are like, yeah, Joyce said no. Go to you're in college.
Because
relax.
I even agree in terms of, because I actually agree
you're in college, relax.
I actually agree that, you know, when people say, oh, like, you know, women's dating standards, is that putting pressure on young men? I think, well, yeah, if you're a young man who you can't afford to date the kind of woman you like, then of course that's too much pressure, which is why I believe, one, in having multiple men, so that, you know, one person won't feel everything. And two, I like to go for men who have they've already expressed that they're capable, rather than going off of potential and he might. Which one is he might blow one day? Which one is he might? Not everyone meets their potential, you know? So I don't really understand. Did I
ever tell you a lot about my upcoming footballer boyfriend?
Which one is upcoming?
Did I ever tell you about my potential, babe? Ha.
Did he get injury?
So I was 19. This is my story of, because at this point I was 19. There was one guy that I met. He said he told me when he first met me that he's gonna be a footballer and he's training to go to America. I said, okay, that's good. So the first date he took me to Big Easy.
Which one is Big Easy?
Big Easy is one lobster, and I ordered the fattest lobster there. I was cracking it and everything, having a good time. I'm thinking, I really like this guy. He took me out on a couple of days. That's when I was an idiot. He paid for my food. Oh my God, I love him. Oh my God, he's serious about me. He paid for my food, like type. And then I remember, as I started talking to him, I started falling for him. He was giving me, I'm going to football. I'm going to do this. And I was like, no, I like this guy.
Did you sleep with him?
More sleep gone. I even sleep. Do you know what? sleep? You know what's even mad? Guys, I can't believe this is why I am the way I am. That was my uncle potential. So I was like, yeah, he's gonna be a mate. He's gonna be a big footballer. He's going to an American academy, whatever. He was living in his mom's house. He even had bunk bed.
Was he top of bottom bunk?
He was bottom bunk.
This is a lot. Bunk bed?
He was bottom bunk.
Were you knacking in the bunk bed?
I was knacking in the bunk bed. I was knacking in the bunk bed.
You have to climb and hit your head. You know you want to get on top. You climb and get on top properly. You have to.
As you're doing the thing, the bunk went. The bunk bed is squeaky. The Allen key hadn't been twisted in a while. Allen key. So, come to find out now, the first red flag of Mr. Potential Footballer. For a footballer, this one smokes a lot of you know. Every day. Pwah, 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 pwah. That was the first red flag. But the guy was passionate. He's like, yeah, I'm going to be a footballer. I'm going to be. And I was thinking, okay, the soul is there. He's got the heart. But he was just slowly, pwah, pwah, pwah. All the time smoking. And me, because I don't know what footballers is on, like I just thought, yeah, it's a regular thing. So I was like, oh, yeah. He used to be like, like he used to, you know, watch a lot of videos. And I'm like, upon reflection, I don't actually see you going to play football much. That he will go and watch the football on his laptop and say that he's just looking at tactics. So he never actually used to I never used to physically see him in the football.
On the pitch?
On the pitch. I just used to see him watching.
Playing Football Manager on the computer?
I don't even know what it was. He just used to always watching. I'm just like, you're always watching. He goes, yeah, this is me. I'm studying. I said, okay, that's fine. I said, okay, maybe that's how they'll do it. So he told me he's going to America. He already told me he's going to America, right? So obviously me, I'm trying to like support his thing.
As an understanding
girlfriend. At this point, this is actually my boyfriend.
Future wife.
As an understanding girlfriend.
Right.
Then I remember one time I went to move mad. Sorry guys, I went to move mad, yeah. And obviously I know his computer password. So I assumed that his computer password was the same as his emails. So I logged into his emails. And I remember I was looking through his emails and basically he wasn't going to play for an American team. There's a thing that basically you go and do this like trials in the UK. You go and do trials, and then they scout you. So you pay them to do trials for an American academy, and then they scout you, but you have to pay. So the woman was basically saying that for this semester you didn't bring the money.
Oh.
That this semester you didn't bring the money, so we're waiting. So unfortunately, we can't accept you for this year because you haven't paid for the tuition. That we will try again next year. I'm looking at the screen. I'm thinking, this idiot.
This is the same person who's going to America.
This guy said when I first met him, went to go to America. Then now remember, and what potential we are rising to potential. I started realizing this guy, he doesn't have any money. He doesn't have any.
Just smoking and
just smoking.
Computer.
Even the smoke, guys. I kid you not. Yeah. Even the weed.
Oh, was it a struggle?
I didn't even know. You know the dealers, yeah. You know when they're weighing. You know when they're weighing, they'll weigh it and they'll bag it. Sometimes on the scale, there's scraps.
Is that what he's? Oh.
You can some dealers
That's what he's packing.
Pack the scraps that they weighed and they will go and roll it and they will sell it discounted. That's what he was smoking.
Oh my God.
Smoking scraps. How can you not afford your addiction, you dick? How can you not afford your addiction? That's the first thing. The second thing, I didn't know that. You see that big easy lobster that I was chopping that used to come and catch me? I didn't know that he went to go and borrow money from his friend to go and take me out on that date.
Oh, this is really awkward.
So then when he now went to start working his job, when the bill came, when the end of the month bill came, I remember saying, babe, we haven't been out in a while, can we go out for dinner? They said, that's when, I just got paid and I had to give my friend that I borrowed the money to take you out on, I had to give it back to him.
What a turn off.
I said, so you borrowed that money to come, you went to go and borrow the money to take me out on the date.
That's so embarrassing.
Anyways, more of the story, guys. Don't do potential.
Yeah, because there's men that's big grown age in their 30s. I'm hearing that they're borrowing each other's Casablanca shirts and Van Cleef.
Someone that just told me that they are borrowing somebody's Bentley.
Borrowing Bentley to chase girl.
It was men are anyways. I haven't had a men bashing episode in a while.
It's nice to get it out.
It's actually nice to get it out.
I think they are insufferable, horny, desperate, and they obviously can't live without pussy. So that's why I think it's so important that as a man, if you don't have anything to show for the said masculinity you claim to have, it's okay to go back to the drawing board and start afresh rather than trying to chase knowing fully well you're chasing your own tail, because you're going to get nowhere. You're only going to be able to get the women that you don't even like, and you're going to be bitter, resentful and angry at those women while you secretly hope that you can cheat with women that you can't even afford. Have a nice day, sir.
Are you smart? Right, we are going to move on to our very special game. This is Are You Smart? Right, so the name of the game, sister, is you are going to give me... No, you're not. I am going to give you a question. You can only give me one answer. You can't tell me Bobby, Susie, Becky, Adam. I love this tattoo, by the way.
Thank you. So I can only give you one answer.
You can only give me... Look at the boobies. Bobby, Susie, Adam, Becky. Can you give me one answer locked in? So if you get the answer right, I have to take one of these nice or naughty shots. Depending on which shot the question lands on is the one that I'll be taking. But if you get the question wrong, you will have to be taking that nice or possibly naughty shot. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I didn't even ask you. Are you smart?
I'm very smart.
I like this. Confident, sexy.
Thank you.
Sexy, fun.
I like this change in accent. Just got real serious.
Yes, this is my are you smart? Accent. Right, question number 1. It's a riddle.
Oh Jesus.
Riddle. What goes down but never goes up?
Gravity.
Are you locking that in?
I'm gonna have to lock it in.
We are locking in Gravity. That is incorrect.
Oh, Jesus.
The answer is Rain.
So,
Now I had to think about that one, but gravity doesn't necessarily go down. It makes things
gravity
go
doesn't
down.
do anything. It
Doesn't do anything.
yeah,
It's just a
you're right.
force.
So am I gonna have to drink one of these now?
So you are going to have to drink one of these. Is it something down here?
No. Yep.
This is for you.
Oh my god.
Yellow before. Yellow, yellow.
I'm scared.
Yellow, yellow. Take the shot. You just take a shot. Is that your shot?
Oh my god. What is that?
You got to take a shot to find out. Why is it yellow? So you're making it hard. You're doing it in 3 parts. It can't be that bad.
It's like lemony battery acid
No,
vibes.
but you didn't finish it. It's not
Uh-oh.
empty. You go one more. Well done. Hot stuff. Yeah, you've taken it down before. You've done that before. What have we got?
That is a passion fruit sours. Obviously, we're celebrating today, so the shots are kind of themed.
Oh.
What's it? What's the theme of that?
It's party.
Passion.
So sours, party. Did you get it?
Party.
No? Sours.
Okay.
Anyone else? No? Okay.
I mean, yay. Yeah, that's so cool, Tia. I'm sure Tia wrote that she probably like was on her laptop, was like, this party sours. Oh my god, that is a fab idea. Great, that's sick.
Ooh.
Right, okay. Second question. Which gender are all clownfish born?
Men.
Are you locking that in?
Wait, which gender? Oh, as in which gender are all clownfish born? I thought you meant which gender are clowns. So I said men. There's obviously something in that last shot I took. Okay, which gender are all clownfish born? Female? I'm going to lock that in.
We're locking in female. That is incorrect. The answer is male.
So men are actually, in fact, clowns. I should have stuck to my guns.
Yes. Which gender or clownfish? The answer is male. Fun fact, because clownfish are all born as males, they are protandrous. What the heck? Come on, man. Do you know how to pronounce that?
Protandrous hermaphrodites.
Oh.
All
So
right,
they be
then.
switching it out, like in it, like
They are protandrous hermaphrodites. This phenomenon is also found in other species of fish in the Red Sea.
That is amazing.
Clownfish lay eggs on any flat surface close to their hosts' enemies. How do you say
Anemone.
that?
Anemone.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah, anemone.
What's that anemone?
Hey, anemone. It's like you see in Finding Nemo,
Yeah.
them stem-looking things that the fish would swim in and out of, that the clownfish would swim in and out.
Oh,
of.
yeah.
That's anemone.
Oh, is that where
That's where they get jiggy.
that's where they get jiggy? How exciting is that?
It's nice and bouncy and soft. I'm gonna have to take a shot.
You're
aren't
gonna
I?
have to take shots.
Try to distract you.
Yeah, I know you was going like, no, we were still loading up on that, girl. Take a shot, take a shot, take a shotty shot. Is that another party shots, Tia?
Yes,
What
it
have we
is.
got?
That's a dark fruit sours.
Dark fruit sours. Oh, you're gonna be finished by the end of
I'm
this.
very, very finished.
Also, you did it in the wrong direction, but we're moving.
Okay, that's fine. Sorry. Oh yeah, you're right. Oops. Oops. Question number 3. What is Nigeria's national motto?
Chop life, don't let life chop you.
Are you locking that in?
Okay. What is Nigeria's national? I don't know. I'm gonna have to just lock that in. I know that's wrong, but
We are locking in chop life. Don't let life chop you. That is incorrect.
So what's the correct answer, please, my dear?
Unity and faith.
I beg. Which one is
Peace
unity and faith?
and progress.
As if. I beg you. Oh my god, that looks gross. Oh, God.
It's this way.
I thought we were doing tropical celebratory vibes. This is scaring me.
This looks like...
Why is it hot?
Yeah.
Oh no,
When
I'm
it's
scared.
warm, it's usually something that...
This looks like day 4 of your period. See when your period is done, but you still got them streaks of barbecue? This is very that. I don't know if you can see this. And it's warm
you know
too.
the period
so I'm
where it's like,
scared.
oh yeah, I'm basically finished.
Yeah, but like it's not safe to enter that. Don't me though, because...
Yeah, don't.
But, you know, I'm
Yeah.
done. I don't need a tampon anymore. Okay, let me drink this.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, definitely not. You're not helping yourself by sipping it. I'm crying. It's the lip for me. It's the... What did we have there, Tia?
That is hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate.
Why are you drinking it like it was hell?
It's a bit bitter.
Is it like cocoa
Chocolate
hot
bitters.
chocolate? You know, it's like you have hot chocolate that's like 50% cacao, and then you have it where it's like dairy milk, where it's like basically just sugar. Which one was it, Tia?
That's a bougie one. So
The expensive one that tastes like cacao. That's actually quite bitter. Right. Okay. I can see why your face was pulled like that. Whoa. 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 Question number 4. What is the hardest substance in the human body? This is a multiple choice.
Teeth. Oh, okay.
A, bone. B, marrow. C, tooth enamel.
Teeth enamel.
Are you locking that
I'm
in?
locking it in.
That was very confident. That was very like...
I think it's teeth.
Why did you say teeth?
Because I don't know. I've just heard people say teeth is the strongest substance. or
We are
something.
locking in
We're locking in teeth.
tooth enamel.
Teeth enamel.
That is correct.
Jesus.
Well done.
Oh, thank you, God. It's about time. Oh, yeah. Drink your Listerine.
If it's Listerine, I will never forgive you.
Uh-oh.
a little blue raspberry sours.
Oh.
I guess we've got a theme here going.
Little
Like,
sour thing.
a little theme here going. All
Sour,
right, man.
sour, lay.
Tia.
Sour, sour, sour,
Tia.
lay. Sour, 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 lay. Oh, show. Yeah.
That was the beginning of the movement, by the way,
Oh, period.
because he was calling us our showers and we were like, my baby.
Baby,
He
You don't know what he started now.
He started a movement
Period. Shout out
Question-
flavor.
every time. Question number 5. Let's do a riddle.
Another riddle. My tummy.
Let's do a riddle. Always in you, sometimes on you. If I surround you, I can kill you. What am I?
Oxygen. Wait, but oxygen can't kill you if it surrounds you.
What are you locking in?
Always in you, sometimes on you. If I surround you, I can kill you. I don't know. Let's just do oxygen. Try.
You just gave up.
Because what is always in you, always on you? If I surround you, I can kill you. I don't understand what is always inside me, but yet it's on me, and then it can kill me. Always in you. I don't know.
Okay, we are locking in oxygen.
Try.
That is incorrect.
What was the correct?
You know what? I can just feel everybody at home right now screaming the answer. And if you got water, you are correct.
If it's around you, it can kill you. But how is it always on you?
No.
Water is not always on you now.
Sometimes on you.
Oh, it says sometimes on you. Try.
Always in you, sometimes on you. If
Try.
I surround you, I can kill you. The answer is water.
Try.
Did you get that at home? Oh my God, Dora the Explorer. Did you get that at home?
Did you get water? Say water.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
No, I haven't by the right.
Not that one.
Sorry. This one. Is it that cheap tequila? Oh my days.
That smells like Airwick. Is this consumable for the human body? I'm actually.
I hate when you bring this one on because it's not fair. My baby, my baby, just take it. Just take it back. Just take it back. Just take it back.
I love this one.
This is actually one of the worst ones.
This is so. This tastes like when you drink what you're not meant to drink, like air freshener.
It is. What is it?
Are you sure I'm not going to pass away randomly, like when I get?
No, you're fine.
It's rose water.
It's rose water.
Rose water for your hair.
No, well,
For your hair,
but
body.
you can flavor food with it as well. You flavor food, you flavor drinks.
Are you sure Tia's not just trying to kill our guests?
Hey,
who knows,
yeah,
like-
you have finished me. Oh.
Is it edible? Because sometimes I'll be thinking, I've had that rose water. That's disgusting.
Yeah, it tastes like perfume, or like it tastes like old women's like cream. from
It
the
do.
90s.
It do.
I can't get that taste out of my mouth.
Right. Let's hopefully you can have some of your juice. Have some. You have not had any of your alcohol, any of your cocktails. Right. Let's do a guess the song to end.
Oh,
So I have some lyrics from a song, and you are going to guess the song and the artist. Are you ready?
okay, let's go.
So the first line of the song is, "Oh yeah, just tell me where it's on your mind." Then, "Girl, you deserve it, all the time you've been serving." The third line is, "You the one that got all the needs."
You're the one that has all the need. You deserve it.
Is she gonna know this one?
Sounds like The Weeknd, but I don't know the name of it. I don't listen to that man.
Oh yeah, just tell me where it's on your mind. Girl, you deserve it, all the time you've been serving.
Hey, maybe Weekend. I don't know.
What are you locking in?
I'm locking in Weekend.
Just Weekend.
The Weekend.
Just the Weekend.
I don't have any song.
We are locking in just the Weekend.
just The Weekend.
That is incorrect. The answer
my
is
tummy.
Jules and Odile, Hold You Down.
You're gonna use me when I hold you down. Ooh.
Girl, take the
Ooh, I'm trying to distract you from the shot.
Take the mother shot.
Ooh, I love
Take
you.
the mother shot, girl.
My tummy. That is so gross.
What have we got? Wait, she's not
It's like
finished it.
constant.
Take a shot, take a shot, take a shot, shot. What is that?
It tastes like when you melt the Haribo cherry sweet and drink it. It's just concentrated sugar. My tummy.
What have we got here?
That was cherry snaps with a tiny bit of lemon juice.
Hey.
Okay, dokie.
He was so sour.
Locked in. Right, at the end of that, we have, you got one, babes.
Try.
I mean, you didn't get 0. And you didn't forfeit. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. But guys, that is the end of the show. Honestly, thank you so much for coming. I had such a time. Where do we find
so
you
fun.
on the internet?
You can find me on my podcast, The Slumflower Hour, available on all streaming platforms, including YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, and Apple Podcasts.
Period.
If you want to hear me and see me online, you can find me at The Slumflower on Instagram. And if you want to buy any of my books, you can type Chidera Egeru or just search What a Time to Be Alone, because that is my most popular
Get off the
book. What a Time to Be Alone, available in all good bookstores, including Amazon, Foils, and Waterstones. You have been listening to Cocktails and Takeaways with Madam Joyce featuring the Slumflower. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll be back next week with another bad boy or another bad girl.
Period. Yeah.